Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a book outlet haul. I'm really excited about this order. It's medium-sized order, but it has a lot of books I'm really excited to read with my daughter. So without further ado, let's jump in. The first book I'm really excited about is Richard Adams' Watership Down, and this is an illustrated version. I first heard about this book from Rebecca of Wilson Hill and her channel. I'll link down below. She did a haul from Book Outlet, and I saw this and had to grab it. And at the time that I grabbed it, there were, I think, about 10 copies left. I want to show you some of the illustrations. Every time I do these videos and I want to find illustrations, oh, thank goodness. I was going to say, I never find any. Okay, there's one. Maybe I should bookmark them next time. Anyway, I have never read Watership Down, and this is about a group of hares. I mean, I've heard it referenced many times, but I had never heard of it actually. And this is about a group of hares that goes to start a new life, and then they discover that they need to have some female rabbits, and they have to go and rescue the rabbits. And that's all I know, but I heard it's fantastic, and I'm thinking it might be a great summer read that we can spread this out over. It's quite a chunky book, so this would probably take us all summer to read because we like to read a lot of different books, so we'll have this going along with others. And this is Rebel in the Library of Ever. This is the second book in a series, and this is about a library that has all the books in the world in it. And like I said, this is the second book. I already have the first book from Book Outlet I got last year for our middle grades. And it was a hardcover. This was a soft cover. If you've been watching my hauls, you know that's a thing. I always wish they were either all soft or all hardcovers. But if you shop at Book Outlet, you know sometimes the cheaper ones, you don't always get a choice. But it's such a great deal. It's hard to turn away from them. So I get the second book. And I think it will be a really great read. We haven't got around to reading this. If you saw my middle grade bookshelf tour, you know we love middle grade. We have a whole bunch of books we haven't yet read, but we plan on reading them all. Another book that I got to continue a series is This is Bliss by Katherine Littlewood. And actually, this is the first book I ended up purchasing by accident, the second book in the series sometime last year. And I know I heard Chantel at Chantel Reads All Day. She was speaking about them because her daughter, I think I saw her and her daughter talk about the books her daughter read for a month. And this was one of her daughter's favorite books. So I definitely heard her and think my daughter will enjoy it as well. This is about two little girls, and there is a secret cookbook, and their family goes away and leaves them at home. And the two little girls think, what harm could happen by cooking up a couple of the recipes in the book? And then I guess we find out there is some harm, and a lot of things happen because they've chosen to cook those recipes. And that's all I know so far. Sounds like a very whimsical and magical book. Definitely look forward to reading this one with Vivian. Next, we have 3 books in a series, and the series is Nathaniel Flood, Beastologist. And we have book 1. Nope, that's not book 1. This is book 1. So book 1, Flight of the Phoenix. Book 2, The Basilisk's Lair. And the third book, The Wyvern's Treasure. And I suspect I'm saying that incorrectly. Now I'm saying that incorrectly. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. Okay, if you know how to say that properly, then you're doing better than me. Apparently, if you can speak without stumbling over your words, you're doing better than me. Okay, so in the first book, we meet Nathaniel, who really has no interest in adventures of any sort. And it says yet. And unfortunately, his parents pass away, or do they disappear? Oh, they're declared lost at sea. And he ends up going to visit his aunt, who is a beastologist. Before he even has a chance to unpack, she takes him off to Saudi Arabia, where they're going to watch a phoenix and sort of watch over a phoenix that has laid one of their eggs. And then she ends up disappearing, and it is up to Nathaniel to take care of the egg, as well as one of his pet gremlins, trying to keep him out of trouble. And he also now has the job of rescuing his aunt. I actually picked these up for next year. I want to have as many magical reads as possible for our Harry Potter sort of year themed homeschool year next year. So there'll be a lot of focus on fantasy and magic. So I thought these were perfect. And I picked up a Who HQ book, and this is Who Was Jane Austen. My daughter took an interest in Jane Austen this year, so I thought I would grab this. Now we have Ronan Boyce and the Bridge of Riddles, and this is by Thomas Lennon. I know I saw this on somebody's channel. Unfortunately, I just couldn't for the life of me remember whose channel it was. Anyway, I think this is really cool. I'm going to read you the back for this one. It says, polite warning. You have picked up the personal journal of Ronan Boyle, the youngest and lowliest recruit to the Secret Garda, the Irish police force that handles the misdeeds of numerous magical creatures. So despite his horrible eyesight and his absurd number of allergies, this is going to be funny, and social awkwardness, he knows he's the only one who can prove that his parents were unjustly imprisoned. To prove their innocence, Ronan must venture into Tir na Nog, the land of the leprechauns. This account features hair-raising and disturbing tales of law-breaking leprechauns, sly fairy folk, and a mysterious and probably evil man named Lord Desmond Dooley. So this sounds like it has the potential to be amazing. I'd love to know, honestly, down below, let me know if you've read this book, if it's as good as it sounds. I think this is one I might try to read over the summer just because if it's as good as it sounds. I'd like to pick up the next two to continue to add on to our magical pile of books for next year because it just sounds so funny. But I'd love to know if it's really as good as it sounds before I buy the next two. I looked it up and I think there's 3 in the series. Now I picked up the Beachcomber's Companion Journal, and this is literally what it sounds. But I will say Book Outlet has some really, if you're into stationery, really beautiful stationery. I thought I might do an order just on stationery. So I haven't decided yet, but I might. Anyway, I got this for the summer because I don't know if you watch my updates and things, but we're definitely having a beach-filled summer. And I picked up this nature book, Wild and Free. So this is from the Wild and Free community. And this is 25 outdoor adventures for kids to explore, discover, and awaken their curiosity. And I just think these books, I have a couple of them now. I think they're really beautiful. And again, this is going into my summer pile. There's going to be hopefully a lot of nature activities this summer. So I thought this would be perfect and might give us some ideas. This is Gifts from the Gods. And this is ancient words of wisdom from Greek and Roman mythology. And this gives you the history of a lot of words that are in our common day, everyday speech. And the origin for a lot of those words come from Greek and Roman mythology. And I actually had this out from the library this year. And we read it and I absolutely loved it and knew I wanted to add it to our library. And Book Outlet happened to have it, so definitely scoop this one up. 2 more books for our Harry Potter study and our Harry Potter collection, really. So these are unofficial Harry Potter books, and this one is Bestiary, and this is all the books, no, not all the books. This is all the beasts that are in the Harry Potter movies, and I do believe this includes Fantastic Beasts. Yes, it does. Including Harry Potter series as well as the Fantastic Beast films. So this is more than 150 beasts and everything in between. It just seems really fantastic. It seemed perfect for our study next year because I know that one of the activities Vivian will be doing in her Harry Potter guides is she will be doing like a journal for all, creating a journal as part of her grimoire for all the beasts that we encounter, all the mystical beasts. So this would be fantastic for that exercise. And the other one, and this is much thicker, this is the Character Compendium. Yeah, look how much thicker it is. This is every character. It says every character that you encounter in Harry Potter is supposedly in this book. Anyway, it looks like so much fun, and I have to tell you, I'm getting very excited for the Harry Potter study next year. I hope what I can prepare for my daughter lives up to the expectations that I've built up for this study, for myself as well as her. Anyway, I'm glad to add these to our collection. This one is Lightfall, The Girl and the Caldurian. I first saw this book on the channel Knowledge by Nature, and she was speaking about how much she loved it. Her and her kids loved it. They read it last summer, and it was in one of her book hauls, so I grabbed it. I thought that was a very high recommendation, and I know in an upcoming haul, I actually ended up getting the second book at one of our local bookstores, so I'm really excited by this. If you haven't heard of this book, oh, it is a graphic novel, I should say that. And I'm not sure if Vivian will read this on her own or we'll do it together. I'm definitely going to read it, but that's up to her. She gets to choose a lot of that now that she can read, more than she could last year by far. So some books she just decides she wants to read on her own now, which is her prerogative. This book takes place in the land of Urpa, and we meet the pig wizard, and he has adopted his granddaughter Bee, and everything is really quiet. Suddenly, Bee meets somebody named Cad, who's a member of the Caldurians, a race thought to be long extinct, and he has come to the pig wizard to ask for help, to help him find his family. And then all of a sudden the pig wizard disappears, and it's up to Bee and Cad to go look for not only the family, but also now they're looking for the pig wizard. And the last line is, can this reluctant duo get their act together in time to save the world, or has Urpa truly seen its last sunrise? I'm guessing that maybe they saved it since there's book number 2. Just a guess. I guess I could live somewhere else. Okay, another purchase I made because I watched again, actually it might have been the same haul from Knowledge by Nature. I'll link her channel down below. But she had picked up some book sets for her child. So I went on to see, I can't remember if this is one of the sets that she bought or not, but it's definitely one of the ones I was interested in. And this is the Legends of King Arthur and Merlin, Magic, and Dragons. So my daughter absolutely loves dragons and she loves fantasy. So, and because these are chapter books, and that's exactly the type of book that she's reading a ton of right now, I thought she might be really excited by this. So this is going to be her grading present this year. I always give her books and something else. So this is what I decided to give her. I hope you can see the light's not reflecting too much. This is what I decided to give her for grading this year. Now, another book set that I picked up, I've had it in and out of my cart literally for months. And I decided to grab it because her birthday is this month as well. So this is the Worst Witch series and Complete Adventures. This is by Jill Murphy. I know this is a bit of an older series, but I've heard so many great things about this. And again, my daughter, like I said, loves fantasy, so I think she'll really enjoy this. And she really loved the Upside Down Magic series. So I think she's going to enjoy this series. And this has 8 books in this box set. And the last series, and the last box set series I picked up is the Fairyland series. And I am really excited. I'm dying to read this myself. Now, I think I'm going to set this aside actually, and it will be one of Vivian's Christmas presents. Now, I've given her lots of book sets in the past that were more middle grade that I would have to read with her. But right now, I think it's more fun for her to receive the books that she can read on her own now, like the chapter books or some of the lighter middle grade books that are a bit easier, you know, in terms of a stepping stone. So I'm definitely putting this away for Christmas. Now, the key will be, can I keep my paws off it? Because I really want to read them because I've heard so many great things about them. All right, those are all the books I have to share. If you found something fun that you're really excited about, a book or a book that you'd love to share in the comments, please do. It always excites me to learn and hear about other people's book finds and what they're excited to read. And if you like this video, please hit like. If you'd like to see more like it, definitely subscribe. And I will see you soon with another video.